All right, guys, it's finally time to talk about the Ginault Silent Service. So let's get into it, shall we? Let's just do the size and then let's just do it in a normal format. How about that? Okay. On the website, some of the measurements I have discrepancies with versus my measurements, so I'm going to use my measurements. So the width of the bezel from side to side is 40.8 millimeters, so essentially 41 millimeter. The width of the case is 39.7. As you can see, the bezel overhangs the case, which makes the bezel easier to grip, and that is pretty much norm in the industry for a lot of designs for diver watches. The lug to lug and the extreme points here, I measure 47.85. The thickness is only 11.95, so basically 12 millimeter. The lug width is 20 millimeter, and the bracelet tapers down really nice to about 15 and a half, and then the thickness of the clasp is about 17 and a half. The crown, screw down, 300 meter water depth rating. The crown is a nice oversized crown at 7.2 millimeter. So easy to operate. This is the no date variant. There's a few different ways you can get this watch. It's on pre-order right now. It's been on pre-order for a while. So if you're thinking about getting a silent service, the pre-order price is legit at an incredible deal for what you're getting. Once the pre-order price is gone, I don't know when that's going to happen, but it will happen at some point. Then it's the full retail price. The full retail price is basically $1,500 to $1,800. So I still think the watch is worth those numbers, but why would you wait and pay those numbers? Get on the pre-order now. You secure your position in line because these are made small batch. There's only, I forget how many he said are made a week. Not a whole lot made each week because he's assembling these himself. Okay, the owner of the brand. The pre-order price is basically $1,040. This one right here is $1,040, and then depending on the options you pick, it can go up to $1,300. Basically, if you did a date with a Cyclops, that's going to jump you up to $1,300. So if that's your jam, you like the date with the Cyclops, $1,300. Now you can get a different bezel insert in here. You can get a 12-hour bezel insert. This is obviously the 60-minute dive counter. They're both going to be the same bezel action. It's 120 click unidirectional. Listen to this. Very good bezel action. Love the feel of it and the audible feedback from it. It is superb. The crown function also, like I said, easy to use. Nice pop to it. And you can see inside there, you have a very robust crown and tube interface with gaskets. So really well done there also. BGW9 lume everywhere on the bezel and the indices and handset. The movement inside, Sellita SW200 Elaborate grade. It is regulated in-house. They run these movements for 6 weeks, I'm being told on the website, and checking the accuracy of it. I can confirm that they're incredibly accurate. At least COSC, if not better, standard. But it isn't officially COSC. They don't go through the trouble of getting that certification. The finishing on this thing is amazing as well. Tons of grip on that bezel. No problems there. You have a slightly proud sapphire crystal that's flat with a chamfer. And then a must-be diamond cut and rhodium plated handset. I didn't read that, but I'm judging by looking at them because it is a very sharp-looking sword handset. The low-light visibility of this with the AR coating is great. And then when the lights go out, the lume is also very great. You have the Ginault logo up top with the rose, kinetic continuous, and then silent service in red down there, closer to the 6 o'clock position, 1,000 feet, 300 meter, submersible maritime, and then precision chronometer. Rose signed crown. Here's a look at the case back. Very simple, stainless steel. Serial numbers, Ginault, and then the water depth rating. Quick look at the clasp. Nicely finished. And it does have a quick adjust that is very smooth in its operation, easy to operate. Let's pop this on my 7 1/4 inch wrist so you can see what that looks like. Very good, clean design on this thing. Well executed. Watches with bracelets that taper from 20 to 16 range are very comfortable. Let's kill the lights, check the lume. If you guys have any questions, let me know, because this watch is in for the long haul for testing. Great lume on this thing. Super legible, last all night. And then, just for fun, I'm going to poke at one of my buddies that says that it cannot coexist with the Helson. And here they are next to each other, just as a reference. Not that everybody has either of these watches, but I think he's kind of poking at me because of the sword handset. But they're two totally different watches, and they can easily coexist, and they shall coexist. How does the Ginault Ocean Rover was the previous model? This one's a total change, or total redesign of the case and everything. So how does the Silent Service fit into your collection? I think it's an entry luxury diver, essentially, that is extremely comfortable and just looks great. I love the look of it. I like the choice of traction on the bezel, the sapphire insert, the sword handset, super legible. I love sword handset. And just a clean aesthetics to it. In the future, what would I like to see from the brand? I'd like to see maybe some different colorways, some different options. You know, like they did with the Rover, they had blue dials. You could do different colored bezels. Maybe still keeping it tasteful, but maybe we can mix up a little bit. Maybe have a green or a blue or something and go from there. But so far, Silent Service, good choice. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next vid.